And Derek.
Yeah. Record on this date set back in 1945 is 82 degrees. We will probably be half of that today for our high temperature. Normal this time of the year is the low 50s. We won't be anywhere near that either. So yes, we're going to hang on to this colder than average trend that we started several weeks ago, feels like at this point, and it's going to continue probably through the end. 31 degrees if you're around Aurora this morning. The radar picture is dry. Good news in that should make for some pretty good roadway conditions out there. We have dry weather. We will have dry weather all the way through until Saturday night. But what does that mean for the Easter morning for? Yeah, those colder than average conditions continue for us, as it does for a good part of the eastern half of the country. Chilly again today. We're going to be in the 40s, so it could be worse, but it is still about 10 degrees below average. We'll be in the low 40s today. Plenty of sunshine mixed with some cloud cover. We're a good 10 degrees below where we should be by this time in the month of March, but the sunshine will make it feel a little bit better out there today. So there is good news in the forecast. Going through until tonight, we'll likely have partly cloudy conditions going into tonight. And then as we roll into your Thursday, still expect to see a good amount of sunshine out there. We're not losing the sunshine going into tomorrow. And in fact, we'll have it through the end.
Speaking of some heavy lifting this morning, we asked you guys to do some heavy lifting for us.
Yes.
Put a picture out there to let us know what you're doing this morning. You got a really good one.
Tweet us a picture. How could I resist? This is our Tweety of the morning, KC_Anderson. 33 degrees at Midway right now, 32 for Gary, 33 Waukegan, 31 for DeKalb. You look at the radar picture, we have dry conditions across Chicago right now. You look down towards Kansas City, there's a bit of a rain-snow mix going on for them, but it will not be a factor for us. We'll maintain dry conditions here for a while. And in fact, it's that sunshine today, that little element that was missing last couple of days, that will help us to warm up at least a touch. The coolest temperatures will be in the low 40s. Some of you may flirt with the mid-40s today with that mix of clouds and sun. Still chilly though, because we should be up in the low 50s. That's the norm this time of the year, but we'll not be anywhere near it. Partly cloudy conditions tonight. Fairly calm this evening with northeasterly winds at about 5 miles per hour. The low, 29 degrees. And then going into tomorrow, your high will be at about 43, mostly sunny. Trying slowly to warm up out there, but it's a process. And we've got that big blocking high over Greenland that's keeping it cold around here because the jet stream's really taking a dive. It gets a little bit better going into the week. It's colder than average again today, but April looks better. We'll talk about that in just a bit.
Traffic better than average, moving along pretty nicely. We'll take a look at the few delays that we have in an accident coming up.
Here's Megan and Derek.
Hey there, guys. Talking about a colder than average start to a colder than average day, but some sunshine. That's the added bonus, okay? I mean, at least you get something good out of the mix here. And we do expect temperatures to slowly warm up at least a little bit. What we've got out there right now are temperatures in the 30s. That's generally what you've got. The radar picture this morning. You're going to find dry conditions. We do not have anything to worry about in terms of what you're going to find out there on the roadways. Maybe for Kansas City and Springfield with that rain-snow mix, a little bit of ice potentially for them. But for us, it's all about a mix of sun and clouds today. Surely. And you know, at least the sunshine, if there is sunshine, even though it's going to be colder than average again today, still chilly, sunshine's going to make it feel a little bit warmer at least. And you'll see some cloud cover certainly today, but generally a fairly sunny feel to this Wednesday. Temperatures still in the 40s and barely so. We'll be in the low 40s today for your high temperature, so it's not going to be the best of days. You will still need a fairly heavy jacket out there. Right now it is 34 degrees at O'Hare. Humidity is pretty low though at about 67%. Winds coming in out of the north and west at about 7 miles per hour. And again, today's high about 42 degrees, mix of clouds.
Some other news now, 6:45 now. The Supreme Court is holding its second day of hearings. We'll get to that in a minute, but first we're going to do traffic and weather together. How about that?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Start with Megan.
No problem. Yeah, we got that blocking high over Greenland. That's a bummer because that's why it's so cold around here, guys. It's this big high pressure system that's making the folks in Greenland super happy because it is so mild. Stuck with generally colder than average conditions with a few days here and there that make it a little bit milder. But you will be glad to know that the Climate Prediction Center is saying that by the time we reach the month of April, they're anticipating milder than average conditions around here. So Good news there. 33 at Midway, 32 for Gary, 34 for O'Hare, 32 Aurora, and about 31 degrees right now in DeKalb. Look at the radar picture. You're going to find dry conditions up across Chicagoland. Bit of moisture, though, down around Kansas City, Wichita, Springfield. It's not a factor for us. We stay with the nice, dry weather today with a mix of clouds and sun and temperatures that are clearly none too mild at 42, because we should be at 51 for this time of the year. You'll find a northwesterly wind anywhere from 5 to about 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy, pretty calm tonight, dropping down to about 29 with that northeasterly wind tape.